Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Angady, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 cheat sheets that you should have on the side with you. It's going to help you a lot in your web penetration testing, whether you're web penetration testing for your website or you're doing this for a bug bounty hunting or similar contests, all right? So let's get to it. The first one is going to be the cross-site scripting XSS cheat sheet by Swigger. What's really cool about this XSS cheat sheet is that, let's say, for example, I want to check out if this website has an XSS or not, all right? So if I go into the search term over here and I find out that this one is an input, all right? So if I go over here and I check out all the tags, the HTML tags, and I go on the left and I just select input, and then let's, for example, check out on change, all right? It does not say on change over here, but again, let's just try that, all right? So if I go over here and I just select on change, so that would be this one, and I check out for all browsers, all right? So I copy this and I add it over here. It's probably not going to work, but again, what I'm trying to say is you can actually test out for XSS using this cheat sheet instead of just like memorizing all of these XSS examples in your head. It's good to have an example or two in your head, of course, some practical examples or even more. But again, this is an XSS cheat sheet that would help you. You can just copy the payloads to the clipboard. If you also want to make a list of these payloads and test them out, each and every one of them, you can do that. So that is in terms of the XSS cheat sheet. All right, let's go to number two. Number two is going to be the SQL Injection cheat sheet. There's one by Invicti and one by Swigger. I personally like the one by Swigger a lot, all right, but it's more explaining what's happening in the SQL injection. The Invicti one is just an article that has all of the examples of uh, SQL injections, all right. So if I search, for example, the order by, all right, so second order SQL injections, I can just go to that and just like control F and match case. So as you can see, order by one, order by two, order by number, whatever that is, basically you can try that as well. So that will help you a lot in your SQL injections. You can also check out the Swigger one, which is pretty cool. But again, the Swigger one is more of explaining the examples as well. As you can see, there are more examples that you can find: union attacks, blind SQL injection, and all of this is pretty cool. So let's go to number three, which is the curl cheat sheet. I do recommend you to at least know a little bit about curl, because you're gonna use curl a lot actually in your web penetration testing, whether you're actually using this for your web bounty hunting or you're using this for your own website. Let me show you an example. If I go into the web developer tools, and by the way, this is the cheat sheet is by devhints.io, so I'm just going to put the link as well. If I go into the network tab in my web developer tools and I just reload so I can check out the requests, as you can see, the first request is a curl request. And actually, for example, if I want to check out this command, I can just copy the value of it, of the headers, all right? Instead of going to something like burp suite, you can just copy this as a curl command, right? And actually, what usually happens is you test out the website using burp suite and you try actually to exploit it using a curl command, while also taking advantage of something like burp suite. So curl is going to help you out a lot with something like burp suite. And also in burp suite, you can also right click and then copy this as a curl command. All right, so that is the cheat sheet number three. Number four, this is a compilation of all the cheat sheets that you could find. This is probably one of the most important cheat sheet series that you could find. This is the one by OWASP, right, which is a really important company as well in the security, in terms of the internet, as well as web development and web security. So as you can see in their cheat sheet series, you can find whatever you would like. So let's say, for example, Django, you want to search Django security, right? There are some general recommendations: authentication, cross-site forgery, cross-site scripting, HTTPS admin panel. That's what I like a lot about it. Let's say, for example, we want to go into GraphQL. You will also find out some SQL injection techniques. So it is pretty cool. There are a lot of examples that you could find. It's called the cheat sheet series by OWASP, and this is number 4. All right, and it will take you as well to like URLs of other companies, as you can see over here, like a simple MongoDB injection in PHP. a JavaScript injection in MongoDB, preventing NoSQL injection. So these are mostly security articles, and they're actually used to defend against like malicious attackers and stuff. So do not use this, of course, unless you're doing this for like a bug bounty or something that is legal to actually hack, like you have the permission to actually do. Right, so let's go to number 5, which is the SSH cheat sheet. Right, the SSH cheat sheet is also pretty important. Why? Because the SSH, or the secure shell, or the secure shell layer, you can basically execute a command and connect to another computer and actually copy from the remote connection files from that other computer that you connected to. So for example, on a web server, if you connect SSH to one of the web servers or that's holding the website, that computer that's holding the website, or whatever, like a container or whatever, and you have an SSH connection to it, you can check out their files, and actually, if you have good privileges on them, let's say admin privileges, you can actually copy the files, inject malicious files, and this is probably one of the highest like bug bounty that you could find. It's pretty hard to actually get a remote code execution on a website. However, it's doable. Uh, I haven't done this to my end, but again, SSH is still possible, and it's pretty hard to get admin privileges on. You can connect to SSH, like I have connected to SSH before, but getting admin privileges on it is the big problem. So again, you would have to have some simple knowledge about how actually SSH works, all right? So that is in terms of the 5 cheat sheets that I recommend you to actually have on the site. There are some extras over here. This is the one by Mozilla Firefox, which is basically just general protocols, the obfuscator for JavaScript, some Linux commands for the Debian distribution, Slackware, Arc, and Red Hat, and Slackware, all of the distributions of Linux, some Windows, like in the CMD and the PowerShell. Also, as well, you would need those commands in case you want to navigate in your computer, like create documents, like you're going to create like a documentation, of course, to make a report for like your bug bounty, or also for your company that you're working on in terms of like security issues. So you would need sometimes CMD and PowerShell to actually copy files and, like manage files and so on. It will help you out a lot. Also, as well, if you get some remote code execution, like of course, if you know like a Windows PowerShell and you get that, you will be able to navigate that real easily, as well as macOS terminal, which is also like similar to the SH or terminal Linux, or the Bash Linux, but it uses the brew commands, which is a little bit different. However, they use some of the similar commands like in change directory, list directory, and similar on. All right, so that's pretty much it for all of the cheat sheets. See you guys in the next video. I hope this helps you guys in your web bug bounty adventures or your web pen testing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This was Angirio, and peace, you guys.